Oh, hi guys, we're back. And now we should not be echoing.
Hooray!
Woo! Hello.
This is what happens when blank is gone.
No technical difficulties happen regardless.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Thanks for keeping us posted,
right.
Teddy. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, welcome. Hello. And we are Saves versus Death, Cyberpunk Red Tabletop Actual Play podcast. And we air every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv, Saves versus Death. Actually, this week we are doing a one-shot D&D 5 game, whereas our fearless leader is out doing something else today. So with me today is Jess as Krat, a turtle, an eco-friendly environmentalist with rage, and Erendiel as KT, a fairy with short, scrappy singer, and Games is playing Kiris, a fur blog looking for the stars for guidance. So that's what we're going to do today. We achieved our follower goal. Thank you guys so much. We got to vote. We got to vote for the races of everybody, and that's what the winners were. And so awesome. Thank you guys. Hopefully we can get more followers and keep going with that. As you know, probably, we also choose a nonprofit every month to support as well. And would you like to talk about that, Arindio?
Yes. So this one I think is very cool. We're supporting Tabletop Gaymers Inc., and that is Gamers Gaymers, and it's a nonprofit organization whose mission is promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion by championing the visibility and recognition of the LGBTQIA+ community through tabletop gaming. And if you want to check them out, their website is https://tabletopgamers.org.
They're awesome. They're going to be at a whole bunch of the big cons.
Yeah.
It's going to be a thing.
Which are coming up.
All right. And I don't believe we had any new subscribers to report or subs. But if we did miss you, please, we'll get you next time for sure. Don't forget to also subscribe to us. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to us for free, which would be really cool. If you just log in and link those accounts, they'll let you do one sub per month for free. We also have a Patreon with merch actually on there. You get stickers, mugs, shirts, hoodies. Just the longer you subscribe to us on there, the more goodies you get. And let me welcome personally Erendiel, who is our guest for tonight.
Hi, everybody.
And hopefully everything goes well tonight. Did I miss anything, guys?
No, I think that was it.
Nailed it.
I would like clarification on goes well, like well for the players.
Yeah.
No. It has to go well for me.
I would like to know. Yeah, I would like some clarification.
Everyone
We're all
roll a
gonna
death
die.
save.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Well, to
Perfect.
be fair, our name is Saves versus Death.
Right.
So, I
Totally
mean,
fair.
It's true. You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
all right. So I think we just kind of get right to it. So
Oh.
our adventurers here are investigating a rumor of a beholder in a nearby ruins that has some people worried. They've been raided by a few monsters, goblins and orcs, and they're just the town mayor of a nearby town has said that sent the group of adventurers to investigate, and we'll see how that turns out. And we're going to start everybody about near the mouth of the cave, kind of at the edge of the forest where the trees are, and then there's kind of a clearing, and there's a mouth of the cave.
Okay.
Before we go in, can I ask, did we do any study or information on beholders or goblins and orcs to know what they can possibly do?
That would probably be a roll. I believe that would be
Oh, thank you. Hey, thanks for the follow. Time to float.
that would probably be
Oh, thanks for the follow.
history roll.
And we can all make this, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right, guys? Because my history ain't great.
Oh, I'm good at history.
I am also good at history.
Cool. Good. One of you, I'm sure, will know.
I got a 22.
22.
Got a 3.
I got a 9.
Wow.
How'd you do?
You're
One
not
of us.
sure. Erendio,
Yes.
what did you roll? Or did you not want to on this?
No, I rolled. I got a 3.
3.
Yes.
Ooh. All right. Well, games. You know that orcs and goblins have been, pretty standard fighting around here. You know that they come out and raid villages and caravans and other things, and they're causing a pretty big nuisance around that. Since you rolled a 22, you know that a beholder is a pretty magical being and could be really dangerous without knowing. You would probably know that they can shoot off beams.
Okay,
And
I've heard
have a
legends
zone.
about that.
Yeah, and like a zone, they have a zone of no magic, which
Ooh.
was kind of makes them very dangerous.
Yeah.
And that they have like beams that can kill you in an instant. So
Nice.
your goal on this particular thing is you're just supposed to find out if it's true. It is not to actually.
We're not to fight it.
We don't have to fight it.
Not
Okay. Feels
you get a
better.
bonus. There's a bonus for if you take care of the issue, but really they're wanting to know if it's a rumor at this point, and they need to know if it's real because they want to call the bigger town's militia
Okay.
over to take care of it.
I have related that to the party, I'm sure.
All right, so you notice what you see is kind of overhang with a pillar on each side that looks really old and worn down. It's definitely holding up in the stone that's on top, but it's really worn. You can't make up the mountains. There's a lot of vegetation around it. That's kind of what you see from that far away.
Okay, and what time of day was it?
I would say it's probably pretty close to early afternoon.
Okay.
We'll start off with, because it took a little bit of time to get here. It's close, but it's not super close.
Do I know anything from the legends about if they're diurnal, nocturnal, like beholders specifically?
Not that you can remember
Okay.
particularly. Yeah.
Well, do we want to attack this head on now, or should we wait?
Might as well get going to it.
We are here to help out, so I don't see why we wouldn't.
Exactly.
No, these are valid points. But the nighttime is the right time.
You know this, Curious. I don't see well at night.
Ah, yes.
I also don't.
Valid. Then we go now.
Okay.
Would anybody? Can I think we should have done this at the beginning, but can we get a character description from everybody?
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would you like to start with?
Let's start with Jess.
Sure. I'm gonna cheat because I kind of wrote it down for this specific reason, so I would have it and pick it up on the spot, right? So Krat is a turtle, which is a turtle humanoid. The inspiration I took was a ornate box turtle. So he has a dark black shell, an underbelly, and it has bright orange and red coloring around the edges, as well as lines in various patterns across the shell and the underbelly itself. He has a pale yellow complexion. His head is like darker, closer to the black of his shell, and then from the elbows down and from his knees down are black with that same red and orange kind of spots that match his shell. He's got a bunch of scratches and scars on both the shell and his body, some from battles and weapons, other from lake and sea and ocean pollution. So, you know, some have like hooks, and he's very into ocean cleanup, which is why he's got on the back of his shell a fisherman's net that's got a bunch of like trash tied to it. It looks ornamental and you're kind of like, oh, that's cool, but the longer you look at it, you're like, no, that's just trash and ugly. But it's his like display net of don't pollute the ocean.
Right.
Save the turtles.
It looks like an art installation, and you're like, ooh,
but no, but it didn't really quite pan out. Yeah. He wears glasses. He's got like this kind of swagger when he walks. He wears dark red baggy pants, but is shirtless from the top. You can see 2 war picks hanging from loose on either side of a beautifully hand-woven sash. And he's short. He's like 3 feet tall. He's a small creature. He's not a big turtle. And the party, that's what he looks like. There you go. That's Krat.
Nice.
Love it.
That's awesome. Games?
I took some liberties with the Fairbulb. So it's been described 3 different ways across 3 different settings. So I kind of hybrid them. So that explains why I look the way I do. So don't write us letters. We know. My character is 8 feet tall. He is covered in an ashen blue fur, very, very light fur, very pale skin under the fur, but covered in the fur nonetheless, except for the top of his head and the crest of his chin, which he has dyed black so that he seems more human-like. As a descendant of giant folk, he is big in size, but he still seems pretty normal other than the blue fur thing. He is wearing basic leather pants and a leather tunic, and he has a great club that is just strung to his back at the moment, like a guitar, so it's tied on both ends.
Nice.
Yes.
Erindio.
So Kite is a fairy. She is about 4'5", and she looks like you might expect a fairy to. Dark olive skin that has shimmery turquoise tattoos all over it. Her ears are a little bit too big for her head, and she wears a pair of big round glasses that are also a little bit too big for her head. It gives her a perpetual look of looking like an 8-year-old, even though she's fairly old. She has long blue hair that is braided down her back, and the blue in her hair matches the turquoise and dark blue of her large pair of fairy wings. And atop her head is a pink woven cap that Krat made for her at some point. She carries a bow that looks a little too big to be a short bow, a little too small to be a long bow, and a quiver of arrows, and then she has a quarterstaff as well.
Is it a medium bow?
It is a medium bow.
Oh, good.
Yes, it's a specially made bow.
Cool.
But yeah, and she wears leather armor, so not very flashy or anything, because her wings take care of that. So
Nice.
Cool.
Amazing.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. I just figured we should get that so people kind of have an idea of what everybody looks like before we start.
Yeah.
As you go to exit the woods, can I get a perception check from everybody?
I would love to.
absolutely.
Sure.
Ooh.
This dice is not meant to be used.
You know how I rolled
I was gonna
well
say-
last time?
Immediate baby jail.
I did not
Yeah.
roll well this time. Is an 8 high enough to notice things?
It's higher than a 4.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I also got an 8.
Strong girls, guys.
We were
Wow.
busy not paying attention.
We
It's
certainly
okay.
are not.
We're all
going
gonna
to.
die.
well, so you're probably about 100 yards from the mouth of the cave. And as you're walking up, you get about halfway and you start hearing a conversation that is happening between two people, and they're basically they're talking about how they hate that one of them wants to be further in the cave for safety, and then the other one wants to be out here at the hopes of having somebody come upon them and they can get some food. So they're going back and forth, and you hear like, there ain't no food back here, Bob, and but we get our first pick of back there, Bob, but we get our first pick of trespassers if we do. And that's going back and forth, and as you're walking up, it's getting louder.
What language is it in?
Give me an intelligence test.
I'm gonna get a new die. I got a 12.
Right?
Hey, am I allowed to use a Magic the Gathering life counter? Or do you want an official D20?
You can, I would prefer the addition. I don't care.
Statistically, I feel like the odds are about the same. Anyway.
Suddenly, you hear the conversation stop. And you hear the voice say, "Who's there?" As they head out of the cave.
Are we in any cover, or are we in the open right now?
You are in the open. They happen to, you are in the open, right?
And they walked out, or are they still calling from like the shadows? Can we see what these are?
No, they walked out. So what you basically see is a foul, two-headed giant with crude characteristics of an orc. If you weren't so far away, you would probably smell them. Their hair is unkempt. Yeah, and it has 2 heads.
In giant, I would like to say we are just weary travelers passing through.
Okay. But you're not allowed here.
No, we didn't know. We're not from here.
There was no signage.
The other voice says, I'm hungry, let's get them.
Situation doesn't look good.
No.
I don't think you want to eat us. We wouldn't be very tasty.
Have you ever tried to eat any of us? We're not. There's no meat on the bones.
We
You
also
can
run
grind the bones into bread.
Krat looks at his kind of beefy arms and looks at you like, I'd argue, but this would go against the purpose of this.
You're being real counterproductive right now. I need you to.
yeah.
No offense, man. No offense.
All right. How far away did you say they are?
Well, what if we want to go in the cave for some rest. Why don't you eat us when we come back out?
That seems like a good compromise.
Absolutely. I think I have some bread in my pack. Maybe that could tide you over?
The creature charges. Does anybody want to roll an intelligence nature check to see what that they are?
While they're charging us?
Well, just before. Before we roll initiative.
You know what? Sure.
I have no idea.
No.
What did you say? What
Nature.
are we rolling? Nature.
Pretty sure 10 is just like it's a two-headed ogre.
I got a 13.
Yeah. Not great. A 7.
All my dice hate me so far. Like, okay.
I know, mine are throwing a fit.
Man, we're rolling really well tonight.
I'm sure it'll all go perfectly for the players.
Up from here.
All right. What was the highest roll?
Yours.
I got a 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You basically just know it's a giant of some type. It's I believe they're probably about 10 feet tall.
Oh, dang.
And it charges.
I was gonna ask, being that I'm giant Ken, would I have any advantage to this?
Not that I know of.
Proficiency giant?
I was gonna say, could I try to
Giant.
persuade them to let us pass for now?
Uh,
I mean, it's fine to know if they're like, nope,
No,
Hugger
they're-
overrides
they're-
this.
so I mean, there's
It is go time.
It's go time. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
So I'm gonna roll initiative. Everybody, please roll.
Ah.
I trust none of my dice.
Yeah, no, I'm getting rid of that die too.
You know I'm rolling really well.
That's
Oh,
unfortunate.
no. We're all gonna die.
Thanks.
Well, I'm rolling my DM dice. So
Oh yeah, no,
maybe
don't use
that's-
those. Hey,
Don't.
you want to trade die?
Not for the first encounter.
I will roll this one from now on. I
Yes.
have a gigantic D20.
A giant D20.
Let me know when you're ready for order.
All right, what do we got?
I have an 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
All right. What is with you and 8s?
I don't know. That's why I switched dies again. I'm on my 3rd D20.
Today's game brought to you by number 8.
The number 8.
Well, I mean, that's somewhat higher than the 2s we were getting last time.
That's true. That's true.
Not by a lot.
No, not enough. All right.
I got an 11 for Krat.
Nice.
Oh, no.
I'm just hoping I don't come to the party too late. That's all.
What did you get, Arindia?
13.
13. You are up first.
Yay.
Hey.
I am going to swing my bow around, knock an arrow, take a shot, and while I'm taking the shot, I'm going to cast Ensnaring Strike on this arrow.
Okay.
Go
ahead and roll that.
Does 13 hit?
Yes, 13 hits.
Yay!
Fantastic.
Okay.
Our friend
Feeling better.
takes... Hold on. It's a D10.
Would it be friends?
Friends.
Friend?
Yes, our friends takes...
Friends. Yay, friends.
Oh, man. Our friend takes 1 point of damage.
1?
1. However, I am going to use my ability as a ranger hunter at level 5 called Colossus Slayer, which means upon hit, creature takes 1d8 damage if below HP max, which they're not because I just hit them. So I'm going to use my extra attack as a ranger and attempt to hit them again.
Okay. What about Ensnaring Strike? Do we need to
Resolve
that?
Yeah.
Yes. You took my PHB. It's on page 237.
Ah, yes, page 237.
Sorry, guys. I haven't DM'd for like 2
In a
or 3
minute.
or 4 years, so bear with me.
Staring Strike. Concentration, up to a minute. Next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, vines
So he needs a
appear. Strength
saving-
saves throw.
Okay.
A
Strength
large
save.
or larger creature has advantage on the saving throw.
Oh, well then he has advantage. He succeeds.
Okay. So then I'm just going to take my extra attack and attempt to hit him with the bow again.
Okay.
17.
Hit.
And he takes 3 points of damage, piercing.
Okay. Awesome. All right. It is Krat's turn.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. How far away is this ogre from Krat right now?
He's charging, so he probably used his. He won't use his movement, so he's still probably about 50 yards away.
50?
Yeah.
Oof. Krat's gonna this is probably not gonna go well. Yeah, we're gonna try. He is gonna walk up about 20 feet. He kind of waddles, but he's worked it enough that it looks like a swagger instead of a waddle.
Nice.
And as he does so, he's gonna pull out one of the javelins that he's got kind of tucked in the back of his shell, and he's going to attempt to hurl a javelin at it.
All right. Sounds good.
15 hits, I believe.
Yes.
So he will take. Nice. Okay, max damage. 10 points of piercing damage.
Oh, nice. All right. Is that your
And-
turn?
Yeah, he's gonna pull out his 2 war picks and wait for
Okay.
when it gets.
Just
closer.
picture him.
Let's go.
All right.
Suck.
It is now the creature's turn. So they will. You said you went 20 feet?
I did. I went 20 feet.
Okay. So they're going to run up and attack you.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
All right. Let's see here.
Got this.
What's your AC?
19.
So they swing with both of their arms and it goes right over your head across.
He like ducks his head into the shell.
Yes.
Yes.
Aw.
Nope.
Yes.
My little 3-foot turtle. Nope.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, he's a hard time finding you because he's 10 feet and you're 3 feet and yeah. So yep. And that's their turn.
Woo.
Wraith.
Wraith.
Oh, sorry. I wrote that down on my sheet.
Rafe
It's my
pulls out
fault.
his
My
gun.
fault.
And
Yes.
Get on my shotgun. I am going to cast Fog Cloud.
Fog cloud?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to obscure the area for. It is 120 feet.
does that affect friendlies?
Everyone.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah.
Cool.
Love you
Just making sure.
guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
20-foot radius.
And then it
You're a
expands
fog
out.
centered on a point in range.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So where do you want to put the point?
Basically where they're at.
Okay.
And it expands at a normal rate until it dissipates. So.
Okay. Yep. And you're casting that at level 1
Yeah.
or at first level? Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to use the
All right.
second level slot for it.
So as you are fighting Krat, you see suddenly around you a wall of fog. And suddenly the 10-foot creature in front of you is not as easily to see.
So what does this mean? I get disadvantage on all my attacks?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. Unless
Okay.
you have some sort of. No, I think it would just obscure it.
It's just moving the war picks in front
You
of
have-
the fog,
you have
hoping
turtle
it'll
vision.
do
It's
something,
okay.
but it really doesn't.
Turtles can see in fog. It's a little known fact.
Yeah. And it's 20-foot radius. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
a couple squares around. All right. So that starts the top of it. Or Indio.
I am going to jump into the air and fly. I have a flight speed of 30 feet. So while still holding my bow, I'm going to fly up and get. Are we extremely impeded by this fog cloud? We can't see.
Yeah, it's
What's
a
the level
dense.
of visibility?
it's-
Okay.
It's pretty dense. There's not much visibility.
Heavily obscured, it says.
Heavily obscured.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
So I'm gonna fly up to about 10 feet, and then to where I remember Krat and the Colossus kind of being,
Yeah.
and then or the giant, sorry, And I'm gonna shoot again, but from the air, so hopefully I can hit a facial area this time.
Okay, it still will
In
be
the fog.
rolling. It still will be rolling with disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay.
So, aw, man.
I'm helping you, and you guys know it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Oh,
Did you get two nat 20s?
I got a 20 and a 19.
Yeah, the
Makes
night.
it
Well,
so
you
good.
still hit, but you don't get the crit because of the disadvantage.
That's
Sorry.
fine. But I am.
Don't worry.
It's okay. He's taken some damage, yeah?
Yes.
So I am going to use Colossus Slayer this time. Boop, 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 boop.
Okay.
So he takes 8 points of damage and 6 points of damage.
Okay.
In the face.
Nice.
And then
In the
I'm gonna
face.
I'm gonna use my extra attack and do the same thing. At disadvantage. Aw, I got a 3.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's
that's gonna be a
disadvantage
miss.
gets you, man.
So
Yeah, it
I
does.
shoot myself in the foot.
You shoot you. Well,
Well, flying, you're like,
you did miss. Let me. I'm gonna roll percentile here since it's the fog cloud.
You have a shell. You'll be safe.
I'm sitting there going, Blake just did this to me last game. Like, come on, guys. Just because I missed does not mean it hits me.
I keep getting people shot.
If it helps, in a previous campaign, I set games on fire. So
That's accurate.
Hold it.
it's what we do.
Hold it.
Yeah, no, it hits the ground. Don't worry.
Okay. Sorry, Krat. Just yell at it. Sorry.
It's okay. Okay. I think it's my turn, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So he's gonna take his war picks and he's gonna start slashing into this ogre at disadvantage. That's okay. That's okay. That will be a 16 to hit for the first attack.
Yep.
Will be a got a 19 and a 1.
Oh.
So he
Oh,
definitely misses
no.
the second time. And a 17 to hit on the third attack. Because attack, extra attack, bonus action.
Gotcha. Okay. So the two hit, the one
So 2
obviously
hit, and then I got an nat
is a
1.
fumble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm basically seeing is he kind of stepped back when he got hit with the arrow, or they kind of stepped back when they got hit with the arrow, but you
Mhm.
managed to connect them right in the leg as you were swinging, as they were stepping back. And then the second one, they kind of, do you have both out or just the one?
Both.
So he kind of pulls it with him on that
Okay.
second attack. And so that's why you lose one. And then that third one, you nail him right in the leg as well.
Okay. So I'm down to 1 war pick at the moment because
Yes.
he's still
Yeah.
there. I'm good with that. I'm
But
good
you
with
can
that.
double
I love
fist it now, so
it. I love it.
baseball bat
only
swing.
if it was a versatile weapon. I need a D8.
Just drop my quarterstaff on you.
I know you're somewhere down there.
There
Here
you
you
go.
go.
21 points of damage total.
Nice.
Nice.
So it roars loudly with rage as it's taken a bunch of damage all of a sudden. It can't see. So it's really pissed off.
Just like the
We
wrong trespassers.
gave them the option to leave us alone.
I tried.
Yeah, they could have let us go. Please don't run away with my war pick. It's like all I can think of.
Stuck in the kneecap.
Yeah.
Just gotta take them out so you can get it back.
So it's going to swing both of its down where it thinks you are.
Okay.
Oh yeah, did you want to move? Oh yeah, don't forget you do
Nope.
get a movement action. Okay.
Nope.
Just wanted
He's
to
gonna
make
stay
sure.
right where he is. But the attacks are at disadvantage because of the fog.
Yes.
But predictably disadvantaged.
Please don't hit me.
All right. So and he is welding a battle axe and a morning star. I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear at first.
Okay, that's cool.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
That's a fumble.
Fair enough.
And that's a miss.
Nice.
So when one brings it down, it comes right in front of you. And they're both, since it's the two-headed body and they're kind of like that, they bring them both down. And when they bring them down, one of them goes to bring the axe back and it catches on the pick, which hurts. So they drop their axe.
Nice.
So all their welding is now the morning star.
I think a battle axe is a heavy weapon.
I believe so. All right, Chris, you're up.
Who is this Chris you speak of?
It is not.
Kierce.
Thought that's what Kierce. Sorry. Kierce.
It's
You
a
are
harder cue.
All right, harder to cue.
I am going to. It's within range for me to run up and attack, right?
No. Well, do you have a movement speed of 50?
I thought it moved forward by 30.
Oh, you're right.
to
No,
attack.
it did move 30. So yes, it's in 20 yards of you. Yes.
Okay, so then I'm going to run up to attack, and because the fog is by concentration, I'm going to drop the fog right as I get there, swinging with the great club.
Nice. I like that.
So
Okay.
We'll see how that goes.
Go ahead and roll it.
You got this.
I can describe things all day. It comes down to it. 13?
That's a hit.
Oh, good. That worked out.
It's a 10-foot giant thing. I don't think
That's
it's
true.
supposed to be hard to hit.
Now I have to find a D8, though. The one die type I literally never use. I have a D12.
I know, that's what I had to do too. I was like, where's an 8? Where's an 8? Where's an 8?
Just had one.
Right here.
But we hardly ever use D10s. So, I mean, that's got to be hard to find, too.
I swing down, and I only do 2 damage. So
Nice. So you swing down and you connect with the head, but it bounces off because they have really thick skulls. But he definitely stuns them for a second. Like, what? They were not expecting you to be there. As
Fair
the
enough.
fog dissipated. Yeah.
it was a surprise attack.
Surprise
I
farm.
love it. It's like a hotel burning.
Surprise, baby giant.
Aw.
Yeah.
All right.
The fog clears. I'm just backwards.
The fog
You're
has
facing it.
cleared. And what is your AC or NDL?
13.
It's what?
13.
You see an arrow fly by you in the air.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
I'm gonna land.
Just tuck your wings in.
That's not great. Just straight down. Make sure I don't land on crab.
Okay.
Slide off the
You can. He's strong. He's got you.
Sorry.
Yeah. So that's you see an arrow flying by you in the air, and it is back to the top of the round. For Indio.
That was unexpected. Can I roll something to see if I can see where that arrow came from?
Perception, please. Yes.
Perception, you got it.
We've been doing so well at perception checks.
So great.
I know.
13.
There is something at the mouth of the cave. It's
Big?
kind of obscured in the darkness. No, it is small. It's much smaller than the giant you are currently fighting.
Okay.
And they're knocking another arrow for getting ready to attack again.
Okay. I feel like, how far am I from the mouth of the cave?
Did you go straight up last time?
I went up and then over about 20 feet forward.
Oh, okay. So you're about 30 yards from the mouth of the cave.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna deal with the giant then.
Okay. Did you land? Or
Yes,
did you?
I did.
Okay.
So 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
2 plus 2 damage for that one.
4. Okay.
And then extra attack was a natural 1.
Not so much on that.
Not
one.
so great.
That's okay.
So you're going to fire that,
Mm-hmm.
and then as you fire it, it's like the string came flying off the bow.
Oh no.
Like it fell off. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. That's neat.
Better than snapping. You can
True.
restring a bow.
Right.
This is true.
Yeah.
It's such a pain to restrain.
So
the bow.
much.
It really is.
Yes.
Really
Yes.
is.
Every time I go to get the bow I own to like restring it to go shoot, I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole like
Almost there.
oh, yes. All right. And I believe that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Hello, fearless leader.
Thank you, Blake.
Fearless leader.
Woo.
And then it is Krat's turn next.
Yeah. Can I okay, so battle axe is not a heavy weapon, which was important to know.
That way you could pick it up.
Not.
right?
Pretty much. So I can use it without disadvantage.
Right.
So is it an action to pick up the battle axe, or is it an action to grab my war pick? Do they both cost about the same?
They are both on the ground. Yeah, it would be the same.
Oh, they're both on the
mean,
ground?
You're allowed to draw. I mean, the other one's in the body. So yeah, that one you couldn't get off the
Without some
off
ninja
the
moves.
action. But because it's right in front of you, I mean, I believe it would take an action to pick it up if I remember right in the rules. Or is it?
I think so. That's
'Cause
okay.
you can drop for a free action, but yeah, you can draw for a free action, but if it's on the ground and picking it up, yeah.
Okay. That is totally fine. I will, it's really the same. But I much prefer the image of him wielding the battle axe that tried to take off his head and the war pick. So he's gonna spend an action to take up the battle axe.
Okay, sure.
Take his extra action to attack, bonus action to attack.
Gotcha. That's a roll.
The first one would be a 9 to hit, which I'm pretty
That
sure
is
doesn't.
that is a miss.
The second one is like, I don't know, 20 something, which I'm pretty sure does.
That is a hit.
So 11 points of we'll say he hits with the pick. So we'll say 11 points of piercing damage. He's not used to wielding the battle axe. He went to strike it like a pick and then was like, wait, I should slash.
Oh wait,
And
yeah,
then
it's a slashing weapon. Not
and then missed it. Yeah.
No, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
he had
I like it. Yeah. So it's
yeah,
going
11
to
points of piercing, and that's where he's at.
it again. Screams in rage. as you probably hit it right in its torso.
Or upper thighs, I assume.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that range.
So since it only has one weapon, it's going to punch.
Okay.
Getting all punchy.
Bring it. I should not.
Or actually, no, it's going to pull your pick out of its leg with that hand. And it's going, because you traded weapons, and it's going to attack you with both of those as well.
Oh, my pick has betrayed me.
Oh no.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Have turned. Well, so
He's not good with picks either.
it pulls the pick out too hard, and it gets blood, and it drops from its grasp. It can't hold it well.
My pick did not betray me. Good job, inanimate object.
And it took 1 point of damage for that. And then the Morning Star, he goes to, bring it around, and because of that whole thing, it just, because he's, and as he was swinging with the other side, and just kind of missed you, hit the ground with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Man, you guys are getting lucky.
I know. I have a very lucky total right now.
Gosh, I can't hit with this thing.
That's okay. I'm sure you have plenty of other things you can try to hit.
do.
That's all right. We're cool with
I
it.
do.
It's fine.
Curious, you're up.
On a scale of, say, 1 to 100 hit points, how damaged does he look to me?
He is bleeding from quite a few wounds and has arrows peppered on him as well. Peppered.
Does he still seem like a viable threat, though?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I am going to change my form to the shape of the night sky, outlining a vaguely human form, but I take on the aspects of the night sky with the constellation of the archer in my skin. And I've grown 2 feet, so I'm the same height as him now.
He's beautiful.
And by taking on the form of the archer, I get to also deal 1d8 plus wisdom damage, radiant damage from a bolt that shoots out of me every round that I'm in this form. So I'm...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. 7 plus... What's my wisdom? 3, 10. Do 10 radiant damage to him.
Does he get a save? Or is this just...
It's just to hit, so I guess I do it to
attack?
hit.
Oh, then you need to do an attack.
Would it be an
roll
arranged
first.
attack? Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on.
Because you either get a
magic
save...
ranged.
Yeah, you either get a save or you get an attack roll.
Yeah.
So...
I'm doing it. I was just excited.
I know. That sounds really awesome.
I know. Where is my attack? How do I calculate?
So you would want to use, it should be a magical attack. So you'll want to use your...
Magical ability?
Yeah.
Your spellcasting modifier?
Yeah, your spell cast, yeah.
Okay.
You should have that down on the sheet somewhere.
Yeah, I do. I just had to find it because I am going off of pictures of a character sheet because I didn't
I know.
bring my character. I am prepared for things. Don't worry, I'll have the real character sheet after intermission, which will be coming up soon. All right, so I got a 13.
That is a hit.
Nice. Can
So
I
we'll count
keep
the-
my 10 damage?
Yes, we'll keep the 10 damage.
All right. And I assume that's my
The
entire
bolt
turn.
hits him square in the chest, and you can see him kind of haunch over. And they're not really moving very fast anymore. They're definitely look like they're in some major pain.
Awesome.
What's your AC game?
I thought that you were referring to was me. 14.
Never mind. That was really terrible.
It missed.
So an arrow whizzes by you.
Okay. I am the night sky.
Yeah, so it hit the night sky. Do you want me to? It's daytime, so I can't really give it to them.
Right.
So you really don't match the sky right now. It's really odd.
Right.
If you would, let's start over. Herendiel.
So I'm going to use my first action to cast Enlarge Reduce on the giant.
Okay.
I pull a little bit of iron powder out of my bag and I blow it on his face and
You're
cast
making
it.
him bigger?
No, I'm making him smaller.
Bigger he is, the harder we hit him for.
Exactly. So the target size is halved in all dimensions and its weight is reduced to 1/8 of normal. This reduction decreases its size by one category from medium to small, for example. Until the spell ends, the target also has disadvantage on strength checks, and weapons also shrink to match its new size. While these weapons are reduced, the target's attacks with them deal 1d4 less damage. And it can't reduce the damage below 1. So I'm going to cast that on him. And I need to roll for that.
Does he
Got
get a save?
17. Constitution save.
Okay. That's an 18.
Well, crap. Okay. So
So
nothing
close.
happens.
All right. Yeah.
It's okay, but
You go to do that, and it shrinks a little bit, and then just
dang
it just stays the same size.
Okay. So then I'm going to use my extra attack and take my quarter staff and fly
Okay.
up to his kneecaps. And I'm just going to whack at his kneecaps.
All
I was
right.
going to make a
Yeah.
Nancy Kerrigan joke, but I feel like too much time may have passed.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody would get
Tongue
that at
hurting.
this
It's
point.
fine.
Right.
So 14.
That's a hit.
Wonderful. And his kneecaps take 5 damage.
I've taken 5 damage to the knee before.
So fine. Coffee
I took
table.
an arrow to the knee.
That was an adventure. What's that? Means you got married.
Right?
Yes.
It's a metaphor.
Thank you. All right, Krat.
All
He has
right.
fallen to one knee. They have fallen to one knee.
Maybe I should do this individually then. Let's go. He's just gonna start hacking away. That's not gonna hit.
Okay.
It was a 2, so I
That'll
know
hit.
that's not gonna hit. The other one is a 16 to hit,
That's a hit.
so that deals 5 whole points of damage.
Okay. Did you want to do a bonus attack?
Is he still up?
Yes.
Then yes, I would.
Okay.
That will definitely hit. That's a lot better. 9 points of damage.
So he's down on one knee, and we'll just say this is what I see in my head, okay? So
Okay.
you swing back, you take his battle axe, and you cleave one of the heads clean off.
Yeah.
And then you
Nice.
come
Brutal.
back, you come back around with the axe, and it just cleaves the other one off in like a reverse L as well. Because he's down on one knee, so he's right closer to your level. So you're able to actually,
Yeah.
And the giant falls down. Dead.
Hooray. Good night.
This is
Goodbye now.
good weapon.
That's fantastic. Well done.
Well done.
I don't want to move. Because I want to pick up my other pick, but I know that's an action I don't have right now. So he's just gonna I know it doesn't do anything, but he's just gonna use his action to kind of like saddle up to the dead carcass and take cover from the arrows that are flying.
That's like
He's
the
just gonna
perfect.
kind of like
I think that's
crouch
personally the perfect, like, because that thing is so much bigger than you. You are able to actually get half cover off of it. Yes.
Yeah, he's just gonna crouch down. So he's got some cover from the arrows.
Nice.
That will end my turn.
Very nice.
Curious, you're up.
So I am now 30 feet from the cave entrance.
Yes. Do you want to do a perception?
Thank you for the cheers. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank
Yay,
you.
Aw,
thank you.
That's
Thank you,
amazing.
Pingy. Do you want to do a perception check?
Yeah, I just want to make sure I can hit this creature within 60 feet of me with my free action bolt. Luminescent bolt that is going to attack it. I'm gonna roll for the bolt first, and then I'll do the check to see if I can recognize it. Okay.
Well, to me, you would want to do your perception check first because you want to know if they're there before you could actually fire a bolt at them.
That's a valid point. All right, perception
guess.
check first. 16.
Yep. You see a goblinoid creature in the mouth of has their bow out.
Okay. I am going to do the free action bolt at it, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
Does a 13 hit it?
No.
Drats. Okay. I would like to create bonfire where I see it.
Okay. I see what you're doing.
That seems reasonable, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I am the night sky.
So when you create the bonfire there, you see what it is, and it's definitely a goblin.
Okay. All right. So I've illuminated the mouth of the cave and everything.
Yes.
All right. All right.
Good job.
All right. And it is definitely moving out of the bonfire.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So I believe they roll when they move out of the bonfire.
Yeah, I think it is a reflex save. Dexterity, I mean. Sorry, wrong system.
No, I knew what you meant.
It's like you guys are used to playing Cyberpunk.
Right, I know. That's all right. Earlier, when you guys were discussing rules, I was like, well, in Shadowrun, the rule would say.
Well, I know. That's why I feel so rusty here because I know the names of all these things, but remembering exactly what they do.
Dexterity savings throw, otherwise they take 1d8 fire damage.
Dex throw. Six.
Okay, it's a one shot.
If you're looking for the rule for this, it's in Xanthar's Guide to Everything.
Oh, I don't have that book. The one sitting next to Jess, though.
It is.
Yeah, Jess, get with it.
Between the
do you know
four
a
of
page?
us.
What am I looking for?
Create bonfire.
Yeah, it is a conjuration cantrip. The Eye of Amagato.
And actually, I do need the ruling because they rolled. I don't think they passed because they got an 8.
Unfortunately, I don't have the page written down, but I do have
That's
all the
okay.
relevant information. It would be convenient if I had the page, though. Wouldn't that be nice?
It's all. You said it's a cantrip?
Yeah, it says it's Conjuration Cantrip. But I think I have it as a first level spell, to tell you the truth.
Well, to save time, we're just going to
No,
roll
we're
it
good.
as he takes the D8. So if you would roll that, please.
Yeah, and I'll look it up to see if it takes the spell slot.
Create bonfire, cantrip, concentration up to a minute. Until a spell, it fills a 5-foot cube. Any creature in the space, when you cast it, has to succeed a dex throw or take 1d8 fire damage. And they have
When
to
you
make
cast it. Okay.
and they have to make the saving throw when it moves into the space the first time or ends its turn there.
Oh, if it ends its turn there. Okay.
And the bonfire ignites flammable objects in this area that aren't being worn or carried.
Okay.
Just if there's
Can
a
you
barrel
dismiss
nearby.
Yeah,
It's
it's
slow.
by concentration or up to a minute.
Oh, okay. So do you want to roll a D8?
Yeah, I got a 3 on it.
Okay.
So it's just a little bit of bonfire.
So it screams a high-pitched noise and jumps out of the fire and runs down into the cave.
Or Gerblin.
Nice.
He was shooting at me.
I know,
don't feel
but
bad about
He
this.
made such a cute noise.
Yeah. And that's the end of initiative. I will give you a round to, if you want to try to chase him down, or do you want to just let him go?
Well, let him go.
Let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah. The beholder will eat it.
That takes us out of initiative. Good job, guys.
Yay.
We survived.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Woo! First
Nailed it.
encounter.
Yeah.
Can I
Sorry, go ahead.
can I dig through the giant dude's pockets and see if he's got stuff?
Sure. Yes.
Nice.
Krat would like to pick up his war pick, put it back on his belt, but he's still going to use the battle axe because he was having fun decapitating people with it. So he's
Right.
got a war pick and a battle axe now.
Is that an investigation? EM?
What's that?
Or pocket searching, is that investigation?
Oh, that is no, I mean, you don't have any time here. All you find really are the weapons. There's nothing really else in there.
Dang. Okay. Does anybody want a weapon?
Got the battle axe, I got my war pick.
Fair enough. Okay. I'm gonna take my arrows.
I
The
am
Morning
gonna-
Star is actually large sized, so the battle axe was normal human sized, but the Morning Star was actually giant sized.
I could
So
still wield it.
You could, yes. You have to be a higher than a medium sized creature to weld it normally.
Yeah, because
I'm
I'm
not a
medium.
medium-sized creature.
I'm gonna grab
But
it
I
and see if I can fly up in the air with
Do
it.
most things as if I'm one level higher than I am.
Which I
Then
can't.
you can drop it on people.
Exactly.
Yes.
Two things. I'm gonna stay in my form because I can stay in the form for up to 3 hours. So
Okay.
go ahead and do that.
Sure.
And then, did we want to take a break now since it's before 8? I know we haven't gotten to where we're even in the cave yet, but
If you would like to, we could do that now, or I can, if you want to just describe
yes,
you guys at the entrance, if that's where you're headed next.
I think we're headed in. Yeah.
Oh, can
Okay.
I recover my javelin that I chucked at it?
Let's give a roll quick to see if it's still good.
It's not.
It is still good.
Boy, yeah.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna
That's
restring my bow real quick
Yeah, that's
Oh,
perfect.
yeah, that-
while I'm thinking about that.
That's a good plan. I like
Yeah.
I like that idea.
And then we'll move forward.
Then we'll go to the
Yeah,
mouth of the cave.
Sorry, guys.
So
Yeah.
at the mouth of the cave, there's a bonfire raging. So you can see the whole area lit up right now. Can I get some perception checks, please?
Yes.
Yep.
I got a 7.
Woo! Go Rangers!
They're normally very perceptive people.
The
know,
Rangers
that's
aren't
why.
the cup.
Touche. That's why this is
13.
okay.
Dirty 20.
Nice though.
Right?
Yeah. I have all this information that I can give with these perception checks, and then I'm just like,
We don't want it.
I guess not.
We want to be
Okay, you get
surprised.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm glad
So
somebody was
Brax,
paying attention.
you when you get close to that cave entrance, it looks pretty normal. I mean, it's darker as you go down. It does descend, but at the top, if you look to the right, there's a barrel or a crate. We'll say a barrel, and
Okay.
there's this pulley system with a string and bells on it sitting up there.
And the barrel's on our level?
Yeah, it's like as tall. It's like 5 feet tall. So somebody,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't see it, but how close to the fire is the barrel?
It's actually tucked back a little bit, so it's probably about 10 feet, 10 yards. I think we use yards in D&D. Yeah, 10 yards away. I mean, it's not right at the entrance. So yeah. But if you look around the barrel, you see like shavings, like somebody was whittling.
Whittling? Yeah. Okay. Krat's gonna point at it. I assume he's taking lead with his weapons out, unless one of you two want to take lead. Okay.
Go right ahead.
Oh, just because he's got a shell, so I assume he goes first.
Right.
You chopped off that dude's heads. You're good.
You've worked with him long enough. He's a hardy dude.
Yeah.
So as he walks out, he actually have his pick in hand, so he points with the pick. Do you think that's a watch barrel? Like a warning system?
Certainly looks possible.
It would stand a reason.
That would be very noisy.
Did we hear any bells go off?
Nope.
Does-
I apologize. Maybe I didn't describe it well enough. There's one bell out here.
Okay.
The length, and the rope just goes way further down in the cave, kind of like.
Oh, never mind.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He points at the rope that's going along the cave.
Does anyone
What
want to
do you-
light a torch in the bonfire before I release it?
Yes, please.
Yes.
And I do that.
I have no
Yeah,
objects
Krat
on
will,
me.
I
They'll
have torches.
dissolved into my form, so until I release the form, I'm useless. I mean, I know their abilities.
You have
but
stars in you.
there's
Yeah, Krat will pull out one of his torches too, and put away the pick and light a torch.
that. And then after that's happened, I release the bonfire.
All right, and I think this is a good place to call it for a break. I think
Okay, are we going to come back at 8 then?
I would
Or-
think we do our normal 8. What is
Making
it?
a pouty face for
7:45?
some reason. Yeah, it would be a 15-minute break.
15 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, well, I do. You need to get your character sheet, and we've got to. Yeah, I think we'll be all right.
Look at that little kitty.
And a little behind baseball here, because we don't usually talk about it on stream. But pizza was delivered here to us right as we started. So if anyone
Aw.
that's here wants pizza,
Come and get it.
right?
That's
All right.
awesome.
So we'll call it
Awkward.
15 minutes. I
Sorry.
will send
Alright.
some to you. I apologize.
And now everybody sees why I started the encounter, because I was like, that was just an hour and a half of combat almost straight.
For
It
sure.
makes sense.
All right, we'll see
Cool,
you guys
we got
after
this.
the break.
It's super fun.
15 minutes. We'll be right back. We love you guys.
All right.
See you
Yes,
then.
thank you.
Yay!
And we're back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I accidentally went to the now starting screen when I... Arna! Thank you, Raiders. Thank you, Anonymous, for gifting Arna a sub. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes,
great.
thank you.
Thank you. Hey, before we start again, I just have to say one thing.
Yes.
Go Avs.
Go ahead.
5-0.
Go
Yeah.
And thank you, Arna, for rating. That was really
Thank you.
awesome.
Appreciate it. Anybody who's just joining us, we are doing a D&D one-shot, which is not our usual brand of business, but our illustrious leader is gone. You may have noticed. And so Hades has stepped in to kill it as our GM for the day.
And we have a guest star tonight.
Yes. Oh, yeah, special guest.
Arendio.
Hello, hello.
And to
Alright.
catch you guys up, I guess what we just we were hired by a village to look into rumors of a beholder in some ruins. That was also we were warned about orcs and goblins that are being raided. And we just took out a two-headed ogre giant-like creature and have entered the cave.
Yes. All right, so we are just at the mouth of the cave, and there was a bonfire going, and so it lit up the cave. Basically, it's about 10 to 15 feet wide, and it's about 15 feet tall, and it slopes down and kind of into a narrow passageway, and that's where we're starting.
Shall
Right.
we?
After you.
Let's go.
Okay. And Krat will lead the way.
Oh yes, the
I
order.
forgot that you're a turtle.
Yeah,
A 3-foot tall turtle
The cutest turtle.
right.
with
At
a torch and a battle axe.
Yes.
I like it.
at my current 10 feet tall outlined stars, I'm sure that I'm taking like one step every like few seconds. I'm like, all right, and move forward.
Like, he's pretty fast. He swagger walks fast. He's got
Oh,
30-foot
good.
movement.
There you go.
Yeah, we're gonna. I think he's gonna keep an eye if he can on the rope that was along the wall
Okay.
and kind of follow that.
Okay. As you head down about 30 feet or so, maybe no, 30 feet, you kind of see it. It opens up a little bit inside. There's a few columns, a couple of them broken on the left, and the room gets bigger. It's probably about, you can see another exit on the far side, and there's also you can see another exit on the right hand side.
So there are two.
There
Which way
is-
does the rope go?
It follows down straight.
Okay.
I know this is super classic D&D, but I feel like, we already have the note taker, as I can see that you're taking good notes. But we should have somebody drawing the map also. Every time I do that, the map is horribly wrong though. So
Straight
Have-
line to
have
the
the
right.
map.
Straight line.
Yeah.
it's real abstract.
But yeah,
There's a
the
40-foot
rope
barrel.
the rope hugs the wall.
Okay.
And it continues around, but it goes by that other exit on the right, and
Okay.
it continues around the whole room and heads down the center one. On the left, you can see that there was another way to exit, but it has been caved in, and it's kind of spilling a little bit into this room.
Okay. Since we were getting shot at from far away and we let some goblin run in here on fire, can Krat make a perception check to see if he notices anyone around the pillars hiding and waiting
Sure.
for us?
You're gonna smell for burnt goblin.
Burnt goblin hair.
Yeah, do I get to make sure that you said for burnt goblin? No, I'm joking.
Smells a little bit like barbecue.
Medium rare.
Oh, that's not super great, guys. I'm so sorry. That would be a 12.
You look around and you kind of go like, well, maybe there could be somebody hiding there or that, and that's just you're just looking from the entrance to this room.
Yeah.
So you kind of look like, okay, that could be a spot, but you don't see any movement or anything like that.
I think it's safe. And he's gonna start walking into the room, heading across to the far exit.
Right behind you, buddy.
I follow menacingly because I'm like twice both of their size. So.
It's
All right.
I
like
taller.
so is it like a stair step up as we go back? I like that.
Yeah. If one of the stairs was a 6-foot cliff. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Right. So you head forward, and you head past that door, and then you keep going.
Yeah.
And you make it to the other side, and you're still following that rope.
Yep.
And it's another corridor.
Okay.
But this one's a little bit thinner. So it's only probably like 5 feet. So it's definitely feels like it was a narrow passageway.
I
Much more
mean,
narrow.
5 feet
Krat's
wide or 5 feet
fine.
tall?
He's a small.
I'm sorry. It's still
creature.
10 feet tall. But it's just the walls are skinnier here, so it's closer together. Yeah.
Are you still good back there?
Yeah. My head is like almost dragging on the ceiling, but
The stars are.
Yeah. Just leave little bits of stardust.
I take up a lot of that hallway.
You're right.
You see like little torchlight, stars.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. So are you moving forward?
Yep.
Okay. As you move forward, about
Are we stealthing? I guess I should have asked this before because he hasn't been. He's just kind of been going.
I haven't assumed you are because
No.
you're not. So about 10 feet in,
Yeah, we're just going
you
for it.
hear this click as Krat steps down and a pressure plate goes down.
Okay.
Oh no.
Has anything happened yet?
It's just about to.
Yeah,
I was hoping it was one of those like, if you don't let it back up, then you'll be all right.
And so you hear a click
Mm-hmm.
and an arrow, 2 arrows fly out. And who
Temple of
is
Doom.
Yeah, so if you are under 5 feet, you don't have to worry.
Nice.
Yes.
Wonder who that affects.
So it goes over their heads. Yeah. Do you want to give me a dex save, please?
Yeah, it's gonna be real awkward in this tight space, but yes, I will give you a dex save. Luckily, Dex is something I'm not great at. You got a 13. Yeah, as in I just took 2 arrows to the chest.
Yeah, so yeah, you just took 2 arrows and you had a total of 6 damage.
Okay.
Oof.
I'm very sorry about that.
It happens more than I'd like to admit.
So sad.
I can't find a pencil. I am sad.
Pencil.
We were
You said
prepared.
how much damage?
6.
6.
All right. It's recorded. Oh, and for the viewers, look what I have.
Hey!
Yay!
Oh yay!
You found it.
So yeah, as you're traveling through, that happens.
I'm gonna pull them out.
Okay.
Just kind of put my hand up like,
Do they feel like? Do I feel like they were poisoned?
Why don't you roll in investigation?
Weren't until you asked.
Or
I know. Insight.
would that be a medicine check, maybe?
Probably.
Yeah, I would
Possibly.
say roll a medicine check.
You know, I almost took medicine.
Oh.
I didn't.
Well, I just like to use the things that you took.
11.
You don't think they are.
Seems fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
I dropped them to my side.
Kita goes, those are good arrows.
Those are still perfectly good. I need these.
She scoops them up, sticks them in a corner.
Yeah. You don't see anything on the tips or anything like that.
So perhaps we should be watching for traps now.
Yes, yeah, that seems like a good plan. Sorry.
I mean, if they're all pressure plates, you have less to worry about
Probably
than us.
smart.
So as you're walking down now, you see about 15 feet in front of you, the hallway goes to the right. So you can see the 2 little holes in the wall. They're slightly obscured, but where the arrows came out. And then you go.
Wait.
Wait.
I feel like if we have to run out of here, we should mark this pressure plate so we don't step on it on the way out.
Oh, then he's on his way out, just gets
Good
blasted.
plan.
Again, yeah.
In my star form, how do I bleed?
I don't think you would really notice it, considering what you described the star form as.
Okay.
Because
I was just going to
drip
mark
down.
it with my blood, but I had it.
Shimmering stardust.
Yeah.
Like,
I leave some stardust on it.
You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you would really notice unless it dripped on the floor. But I mean, the amount of damage, I really wouldn't see it as
Right.
I know.
in a
And
grievous wound.
Krat will take one of his javelins out and he'll break it over his knee. And he's going to take one end and stab it in front of the plate so that we'd have to walk around it on the way back.
Nope.
That's thinking.
Smart.
Yeah.
And then he'll stab the other half on the other side of the plate so someone.
No, I think the best thing that could happen here is Games has like 4 hit points left and he's leaving.
Yeah.
Trip over that. Take arrows in my back.
Dies. Oh.
Damn it, we knew that one was there.
I know. All right. So you head around that corner and you run into, there's a door right in front that just your standard kind of
Rude wooden.
Wooden door.
rude wooden door. Nothing fancy about it. It looks like it's been replaced, so it's not like super decrepit.
Okay.
Do you want me to go in first to check this out?
Can you check for traps?
Not so much check for traps, but I cannot be seen when in there.
I can check for traps.
Oh, well then that's fantastic.
Let's let Kite check for traps first.
So I'm gonna cast Find Traps at
Oh, hey!
first level.
At 8th level.
I don't have that many.
The
Oh,
Grandmaster.
Not that the levels.
Hold on, I'm
Live
pulling
up
it up.
all over the world.
Not find tattoo traps. What?
Find tattoo.
My tattoo trap.
It's a very
just tattoo.
specific instance. What happened?
My spell check is just having a field day. Sorry. One moment. Okay. Da, 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 da.
I believe you just cast it and it
I
happened.
just cast it. Okay.
And
I
it
rolled
happens.
a 21. I don't know if that counts.
Does it say to roll or does it say you find?
I don't.
I'm pretty sure you just find them
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it occurs.
because
Well,
it's not a spell that you're not in combat. You're not.
Right.
you're
Okay,
not,
well then I cast that.
So
First level.
okay. So what happens is you cast that spell and the door that, and then there's a little illumination of a string at the top of the door that is just kind of magically sparking a little bit,
Okay.
and it goes through to the other side.
Okay. So I turn around to Curious and I say, that is a trap. And I point at it.
Good, we found it. Can any of us disable it?
Well, you're closer to the ceiling.
It's true. And I've been through many tombs.
Or I can fly up there and try to cut it, I guess.
I'm going to exit trap to see if I can disable it.
Krat will just move back.
Use Krat as a shield.
You could.
Ooh, I do not
Don't-
perceive whether or not I can disable it.
Oh no.
To give you the number that I rolled, would it be an insight or a perception? I'm assuming it's perception.
Yeah, it's perception to find, because you didn't cast the spell, so she's got to point it out. Then you've got to see that really small thing to see how it works. So
I got
start
an 8.
with that.
Is that good enough?
You know the string's there. You're just not kind of sure if you've dealt with that kind before. You can give me an insight roll if you'd like to.
Okay. Finally, a decent roll. 25.
Okay. Yeah, you're pretty sure that if you just cut the string or the wire, that it would disable the trap.
Okay. Does anyone have a dagger? I put my hand out.
I have arrowheads.
I take an arrow.
Your
and
Krat hands you like a battle axe.
I hold them both up. I take the battle axe and like.
Everybody have a dagger.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
I worry that that's going to put enough
None of us
slack in
brought
it
a
before it
I know.
cuts.
so
Oh. I guess I could have used my claws if you lifted me.
So what you hear, you cut the string and you hear kind of this, and then it ends after about 5 seconds.
Ah,
And the
sandbags.
door feels kind of hot.
Not sandbags.
Not sandbag.
Maybe sandbags. I don't know a lot about sandbags.
I don't think they make things hot.
Valid. I'm gonna touch the door.
Yeah.
Still hot.
It cools off in probably about a few seconds.
Okay.
I have my axe back, please.
Oh yeah. I pass the axe back down.
And my arrow.
And the arrow.
Not a dagger among them.
That was our first mistake.
Of the many mistakes made when we prepared for this.
We also have 2 torches out. I realized we might have been
we could have burned it.
fire,
Just burn
like,
it.
We're
but
so
you asked
good
for
at this
dagger,
game,
and
you guys.
none of us like, nope,
So-
Problem
we're
solving.
screwed. No
I'm
daggers.
pretty sure that was the only trap in that door as well from that spell. That was what you were worried about.
Neat.
I'm going
Awesome.
to listen at the door.
You hear some smoldering. If you know what that's like, just kind of like slight,
Like crackling.
yeah, like that. Other than that, you're not, you don't hear much of anything.
I'm going to assume we're good.
Okay. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to? I'm pretty good at dodging out of the way when things come at me. He says now.
I am less
but
so.
Dice will say otherwise.
Perhaps you should go first then.
Okay. Can I open the door?
It's unlocked, yes. You
Okay,
can
cool.
open it.
He opens the door.
Yeah, so when the door opens, it's got slight burns on it, but you could tell that it was directed more like a wider angle than straight down, if that makes sense. So like you would walk through the door and then it would hit you, type thing. So they're right at the top behind the door with the alchemist fire type thing. But yeah. As you enter the room, it's probably I lost my map.
Oh, that's not good. We're all lost now.
I know. There it is. You enter the room and it's got a couple beds in there. It's probably like 40 feet by like 30 feet. And there's beds and like just very crudely done hides, stuff like that. It definitely looks like there were people that were here at some point. But yeah, it's kind of like a bedroom or a barracks. I mean,
Barracks?
yeah.
Is the rope still visible in this room?
The one from the door,
Yeah.
or the rope.
The rope
Yes.
we're following.
It ended with a bell.
Okay. Are there any other exits from this room?
Do you want to do a perception check, please?
Oh. No, I don't find that.
You don't?
I got an 8.
Yeah, not that you can tell at all.
I would like to roll to see if there was anything like valuable or interesting in this room, and maybe that's why it was trapped.
So you go around and you check, like there's probably like 5 or 6 beds in here. You don't see anything that interesting. You notice that, like there's some clothes, but no weapons. You find like a dagger.
We'll take the dagger.
Woo!
Now we have
Don't
one.
need that.
Yeah, the only
And
way to defeat traps, guys.
dangerous to go.
And there's not much of value in here.
I realize that I already failed it, but because of my quirk, can I roll an insight to look for hidden exits?
Your quirk?
Yeah.
What's the quirk?
My flaw is that I can't leave a room, and I'm going to count this as the only room we've been in so far, without checking it for hidden doors.
Oh, right. I remember reading that.
Nice.
I will let
That's
you
just
roll
you.
an investigation.
Investigation. 1 + 2 is 3.
So you're pretty sure this room has no hidden exits.
It literally just rolled from a 19 to a 1. Like, it did that flop over thing.
Ow.
Nice.
It was real sad.
That's horrible. Do it the other way.
Right.
Have it go the other way. Is what I would recommend.
In the future.
Yeah. No, you're pretty sure this room is clear.
Good.
Yeah.
Shall we go back the other way?
I suppose so.
There's nothing else here.
Seems weird to heavily trap a room with nothing in it.
Yeah, but it's a room that we could take a nap in, and that's what's important.
Oh, I do like naps.
Could get some moving done.
There you go.
All right.
Okay. We head back out.
Are we going?
I guess so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
was
we
like-
all
he's
stood
like-
there awkwardly, and we're like, we should take
Perfect
a
to get his
nap.
weaving stuff out, and they're like, "No, we're going." Okay.
And
Puts it back.
so we're going to take a nap as a group.
We push the beds together, we cuddle.
Platonic nap grouping should be a thing.
Well, I agree.
Yes.
Well,
100%.
and as long as I slept on the side with the door, it would just like the night sky was there. You guys would be obscured.
What's that? Who would know?
Exactly.
Perfectly normal.
All right.
Yeah, we'll yes, hashtag group nap.
If we were sponsored by
Yes.
something, it would definitely be hashtag group nap.
Nice.
We need
to
We'll
get
head
sponsored.
back.
Right. All right, yeah, we go back to the bigger room that had the.
Avoiding the plate trap because of the javelins.
Oh, of course. I mean, we put the javelins there. This time, yeah. All right, you head out there.
And then I guess we'd go back to the room and take the tunnel that's now on our left.
Okay. Can I get a perception check from everybody?
Yeah, these have all gone so well for me. 20.
Haha. 16.
10.
We're getting better.
Yeah.
Exponentially.
So, games in Herendiel, you see movement out there in the middle of the room with the pillars, just for a quick second.
Okay.
Does
And
it just seem like a small scurrying, or does it seem like something large moved?
like 5 feet, probably. You get this weird, like steak smell.
I was gonna say, does it smell like barbecue?
Hmm. Okay.
Okay.
I quietly whisper as quietly as I can. I think the goblin is in this next room.
I yell out to it, "Hey, goblin!"
So
Krat drops the torch and picks out his weapon. Okay.
So when you do that, yell out like that, suddenly from behind all the pillars that are still there and a couple hiding spots, you see a bunch of bows being drawn.
Cool.
Okay.
Neat.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
fun?
I'm gonna take a small step, because I'm little, towards the middle of the room. I'm gonna put my hands up. I don't have any weapons in my hand. I just have a torch. I'm gonna say, "We come in peace. We have heard about your beholder problem, and we just want to check it out."
Let me see how
Does
this pans
any
out.
of you speak Goblin?
That's its own thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Of the many languages I speak, that is not one of them.
Yeah, I gave the other giant a thing because he was speaking in giant.
Right.
So I figured you could understand him.
Yeah, I do have giant as a language. Do they speak giant?
Maybe Sylvan.
They might speak common.
Yeah, I
That's what
can
I'm
speak Sylvan.
speaking. I can do Sylvan.
Oh yeah, no. I could. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. I'm not helpful in this situation.
Okay, so you hear some chattering in Goblin, but the one who seems to be possibly more has a little bit better. You see a Goblin come out with nicer gear, I guess, than you would expect from what you've seen so far. And he says, "That's our boss. You can either leave now or perish."
Our understanding was that he was bothering you. Is that not the case?
He's not bothering us. It's the other people that should be worried.
What people would that be?
People who trespass and people who we will be raiding soon.
So you've met your boss before, yes?
Of course.
I mean, I feel like that's confirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you
Yes.
talking, when you say you're raiding the trespassers, is this the town that's nearby?
They've come on our land.
What exactly is your land?
All around us.
As far as the eye can see, wherever the light
Everything
touches.
the light
Everything
touches.
the light touches.
We're all there.
Well, I'm sure they didn't mean to bother you. They probably didn't know you were here.
Do you have a flag?
Did you bring a flag?
Why do we need a flag?
I just mean, if it's your kingdom, I feel like you should probably have a flag.
Definitely need a flag. We know an excellent weaver.
If you'd like, I can weave one for you. I am Krat.
No flag, no country. Those are the rules.
Look, you have killed our
Probably
giant.
heard of me. You haven't heard
I've
of
killed
me?
no one.
That was in self-defense. He tried to eat us. We offered him half of our sandwiches.
Also, are you hiring for a giant, as I am a giant?
You would have to talk to the boss.
We would love to talk to the boss.
I will happily apply for this job.
And you burned Charlie over here.
I started a small fire, not knowing that Charlie was there.
Also, Charlie tried to shoot me.
I
without
apologize.
even knowing me.
Mistakes were made.
Sorry. Oh, this is like normal D&D groups. Then we shall escort you to the boss.
Hey, can I
Thank
pause for
you.
half a second? Let's go, Abs. All right.
Go Evs!
Yes.
Woo woo.
Man, they are doing well.
Uh-huh. Of course, by the time this airs, they could have already lost another game, but they won't. Don't worry.
Stop it.
I know.
I cannot believe you just said that.
Why?
We
I'm not
knocked
even
on the
wearing
door.
my
It's
jersey
fine.
this week. I
It's
usually
fine.
wear my jersey.
So, as you see that, put down your weapons.
I am unarmed.
Krat puts away his stuff, but picks up the torch so he can see.
Yeah. I put down my bow and my quarterstaff.
When you do that, about 6 goblins come out. One is slightly charred.
I would like to note, Krat just puts them on his body. He doesn't put them on the ground.
Yeah, no, I assume
Okay.
you sheathed.
Charlie,
Charlie.
would you like medical care?
Ah, blah blah blah. Blah. You don't understand him.
I know.
I just put my hand on his head and cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
at
Sweet.
second level. He gets. Hold on.
Nicest adventuring party. Guys, we're being raided by orcs and goblins, so we're gonna make friends with the goblins at school.
Heck
We'll heal
yeah,
them up.
friends with goblins.
Can I see that she's gonna do this instinctively because I also have cure wounds?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it would be a very similar incantation
Okay,
from the
then
druid circle to the.
I am going to change my constellation on my chest as a free action. Not that it's gonna do any good, but it becomes the chalice, and another creature within 30 feet of her can receive 1d8 plus my wisdom hit points back if they're damaged. So
Nice.
I'm just
Does that
helping.
include
So,
you?
does that include you?
Yeah, does that include you?
You have
Yeah.
damage.
Oh yeah. I have damage,
Yeah.
You're the only other one damaged. So.
and
Oh,
I
no.
take the healing.
I should have
It's not
healed
gonna
you.
do
I'm
anything.
so sorry. I'm healing
I
this goblin.
forgot. I'm used to being damaged.
I'm not good at my
Yeah,
job.
but that's
okay?
emotionally.
Right.
It's
Oh.
like
Emotional
Alright,
damage.
Emotional damage. All right, I cured 5. So
And I healed
Okay.
Charlie for 6 points.
yeah, he's feeling much better.
Good. I'm so sorry. And I pat him on his head.
I'm only one
Okay.
below full.
So
Nice.
you hear the leader bark some orders to one, and he goes to the other door and opens it. He says, "After you."
Go in.
I also go in.
Crap follows.
Okay. Can I get a perception check for hearing when that door opens?
Okay.
Somebody's gonna kill this one, right?
15.
Nope.
Good.
8.
9.
All right. So, Arendiel, you hear a very faint buzzing sound.
Okay.
And the longer you guys walk down that corridor, the more you hear it, the louder it gets. So eventually, both Curis and Krat hear it as well. And then as you go by this door, it's just incredible. It starts getting incredibly loud. And then you're walking past it.
Okay.
What is that sound? If Earson's Kratz at the back, he'll turn. He'll ask is the goblin guy following us?
Yeah, he's leading the
Yeah.
party behind you.
Okay.
There's one up front, and the other 5 are behind you.
us.
Still,
Yeah, Krat will turn to the leader and ask about the sound.
don't worry about it.
It really hurts my ear holes.
Yeah, it'll get quieter again.
Well, that's not
And then
frightening.
Sounds like bees.
you keep
does.
going down the corridor, and about another 30 feet, there's a door, and the other goblin opens it, and it's a big room, huge, like probably 20 feet tall ceilings, goes 30 feet on each side and back all the way. In the center, far back center of the room, it's more of an altar, not really a throne, but like what's it called where it has like the book on it? Pedestal.
I was gonna say dais, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or a dais. And there's a chair set up there, and off to you see a goblin who has feathers and a staff with a skull on it and everything like that. So basically a goblin shaman. The long ears that they're pierced and is in a lot of black and yellow colors as well.
I'm picturing the one from the Goblin Chieftain from the Magic the Gathering card.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah, kinda. Yeah. And
Pratt turns to the chief and he's like, your flag should be like the black and yellow. It would look very nice.
Like a bumblebee.
yes.
A bee.
And then can I get he says, well, can I get a perception check for the room, please? And then he says, why have you come here? As you guys are heading forward.
16 for perception.
10.
Natural 1.
Oof.
Woo!
Pratt is far too busy picturing this beautiful flag he can weave and
There
is
you
not
go.
paying any sort of attention to this room whatsoever.
What were the other two?
16.
10.
Jeez.
Guys, I have so much information and you just aren't rolling it well enough.
Okay. So, Arendiel, you notice that next to him, there are, behind him there's jars around the room. And some of them are filled with honey, and some of them are filled actually with bees.
Was bees.
I knew it was bees.
Nice.
That works out real well.
Okay.
And he yells, why have you come here?
I step forward a little bit and I say, greetings, and I bow a little bit because I'm not really sure how you're supposed to greet a shaman necessarily. I say, greetings, my friend. We were just coming to investigate some claims that there was perhaps a giant, deadly, very scary monster here in these caves. And my friend also wanted to apply for a job since we accidentally killed your first one when he tried to eat us.
The night sky told me to apply for this job.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Well, I don't think we'll be needing any more help. For I am the mighty beholder. And this will soon be upon you. And you picks up a jar of bees.
Beholder.
Who just keeps it?
Oh my god!
Who just keeps a jar of bees?
The mighty beholder.
You gotta watch out for those bee holders.
So, Kite is just losing it, right? She's just like this. She's just losing her mind. And she's waving her hands. She's like, wait. You're the bee holder?
Yes.
The bee
This
holder.
This is our trying to think of the word. It's not religion.
Way of life?
Sanctum?
This is our way of life. For we are for the bees,
Absolutely.
and they are for us.
Sure.
They provide us with
100%.
honey and protection.
Yes.
Yeah, we can get out of your hair now.
Save the bees. This has been a huge misunderstanding, my
Knowing
friend.
that you're not hiring, I can just leave.
I'm so sorry. We thought this
I
was
would
way worse.
still like to make you a flag. I think I can do a nice round one that has the point and make it look like a bee with a stinger on the end.
Yes, he made my hat. Look at my hat. It's excellent.
You are just lucky that the Etin was not a believer.
A believer?
A believer, yes.
Ah.
If you make that for me, I will let you go.
Seems reasonable.
Please do a good job.
I don't know if I
I
have
must
enough
consult with the bees.
yellow and black, and it would be much better
So he
on a loom.
brings the
but,
jar up to his and
starts
listens.
pulling out his weaver stuff, like, can I do this here and now?
I would use a gold leaf, perhaps, as the yellow. Daffodil might be nice.
Daffodil would be very. Let me see. He starts rummaging his bag for color.
Kite's looking in her bag for stuff. Maybe I've got something.
Yes, that will be sufficient.
I mean, if we have to go get more color, we could probably do that.
Absolutely.
He's gonna use his weaver's tool and start weaving. It's gonna be small because he doesn't have actual enough to make a massive flag. He's gonna make them a tiny little bee flag, bee-shaped flag.
Prototype.
Yeah.
All right, you spend like an hour at it. You get it done. You've been doing it forever. You know what you're doing. Yeah, and then they
put it on a stick.
they
and
give
there
you a
was
jar of
wind.
honey.
Oh, thank you.
Oh. That was
And
nice.
yeah, and they let you go.
How long has it been since we first arrived here? Total
Oh,
time.
It's probably what, 4 or 5, I'd say.
So
I mean,
2-ish hours elapsed.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna drop from my night sky form into my blue form.
Are we outside again? Have we exited?
Sure.
Okay.
There's no resistance now.
Are there any goblins in earshot?
No, probably not. There would be one more posted out front, back onto the barrel, probably.
Okay.
Pratt is finding a stick, and he's putting the flag on the stick so that the wind hits it, and he's showing the goblin you should put it here at the entrance so people know that this is where the bee holder lives.
Yes.
He's
We're
marking the entrance of the cave, the flag.
And and the head the goblin in the nicer armor and stuff is like, if you know somebody that will trade for honey, we would be willing to trade for supplies.
It's good to know we can take that message with us.
Yeah. The townsfolk would probably be more than happy to do that. They've got lots of stuff. And then you don't have to raid each other anymore.
And I'm pretty sure there's a meadery down there, and they love honey.
Oh, absolutely.
We can give them a sample from the honey you gave us.
Yes, excellent. And thank you, Indy Tim. We thought it was hilarious too.
Great. So good.
The whole game was a pun.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. It was not prepped.
Well, I was expecting more fighting, to be fair. So,
Right.
And then you guys were like, "No, we'll just talk it out." I'm like, "All right." So it'll go this direction.
Fun fact about my personality trait as an entertainer is nobody stays angry at me or around me for long, since I can diffuse any amount of tension.
Also, in the hour that we were in the throne room and the thing was being woven, I'm going to check that room for trapdoors very stealthily.
So yes, I'm just going to give it to you. There was a hallway that would go from that room to the barracks sleeping chamber.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So basically, it was a fully a trap situation. They were trying to get you to go down to that room and hit the traps, and then they would sneak around and ambush you.
Sneaky girls.
I knew there was a door in that room.
You knew it.
So
during that time, Kite is also going to very respectfully approach the jars and do her best to harmonize with the buzzing that's going on. Very quietly.
Beep, 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 beep.
But yeah, so it's great.
Now we have to go open diplomatic relations between them
with the
and
townsfolk.
town.
Yeah.
On the
you
way,
guys didn't know this was a diplomatic mission.
We did not.
Anyway, you know.
You know, on the way back, I'm going to say, we could tell people we did kill a beholder. That would be worth more credit. And then all that's left now is the beholder, which is a goblin.
We set them up with a starter business to help them recover.
See?
I like it.
There's an angle here.
I don't know that I agree with lying.
They might
but
want
we could
proof.
say that we overcame a beholder, and that would not be inaccurate.
That would not be a lie.
All right. If we can agree to that, then perhaps they can agree to live together in peace.
We can hope.
I think so.
We did good today, guys.
Yeah.
We did.
I'm proud of us.
We've had
I'm
days that have
curious.
gotten much worse.
Are you gonna
Krat's
taste that?
gonna
honey?
open the jar of honey, and he's gonna dip his claw in, and he's going to taste it. Is it good?
Oh, it's amazingly good.
Good. I was worried it was like wasp honey.
No,
Nice.
it was actual honeybees that they were. It was not wasps.
Little fat bumbles.
Yeah, and it tastes so sweet, and I would be giving that away, but I mean, it's because they're so well taken care of. Like, they don't have these issues because in that room that had the closed door, there is actually a huge area of underground fauna and flora with the bees in it. So
Aw.
they are actually a specialized, like, this is
High
Cave
class,
bees.
like bee honey.
this is
Yeah.
really good stuff.
Aw.
Krat like hands the jar like over to Kite. You should try this.
I'm gonna try it. Just stick.
Wait, is
Like a
honey
little bit on my
good
finger.
for fairy?
We're gonna find out.
I just worry you might have an allergy, that's all.
Well, technically, if it's the pollen and stuff, it would make me more impervious to my allergies than
This
it
is
would
valid, yes.
the other way. Yeah, so I hand you the jar. It tastes good. I'm not dead.
No, I'm okay, thanks.
Okay.
But it's very okay. He closes.
Are you
the
sure?
jar.
I take the jar and like, nom nom nom.
We're not stupid.
Yeah.
From my tall vantage point, though.
But you're saying nom nom with your
Oh,
mouth.
no. That's like, occasionally when the cats eat and they're like, "Nom, nom, nom."
No, it is fair. That's fair.
That was good honey.
Those gerblins were good people, okay?
I feel
should
real
tell
bad
the
for catching him
mayor.
on fire.
We
to
should
make
tell them.
a
Mayor.
trade with them. Yes.
So the town is called Filner. Filner for people taking notes.
Thank you.
I'm definitely taking notes.
I know you are. You take notes as well as I do. Except for when I'm a GM, then I write things down on random pieces of paper and lose them. The person you're talking to is called Mikhail. And that's who you need to go see. And it's about a half a day's journey back to town.
Should we stop and camp for the night? Get a long rest? Or do we want to walk
Might
on?
be a good plan.
I have one spell slot left.
Yes, I am also nearing the end of my mana reserves.
I can just keep hitting things, but okay.
Yay to hitting things.
Go, Krat.
It never stops.
Nope.
So we will camp outside the city then, yes?
Yes. We'll travel until nightfall.
I like it.
Okay.
Look for a nice place to camp.
You find a nice little clearing near a river, or a stream, actually, a stream. And you guys set up camp. Does everybody have like supplies and stuff? Or
I've got a
do.
2-man tent,
nice.
but I think I need most of the 2-man tent.
No, I mean, you got to think about it. You're just a really big person, and then if two little things,
Oh, that's true.
it would
equal
make
out.
sense.
It evens out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we all have food?
I have
Yes.
rations.
Okay, good. Otherwise, I have good berries I can give you.
Ooh. Fancy.
They're not that good,
That's,
but they're
I
good.
thought they sounded tastier than
Not that
rations,
good,
but if they're not
they're
that good,
filling.
They're
I'll
food.
stick with my rations.
They're very filling.
Oh, also, I'm a hunter.
We've traveled together a long time, and it seems to me that never have you been like, you know what, I could go hunting for food. I've seen you fish. I've seen you pet random animals.
I love them.
Never have I seen you
But-
take down a beast. I mean, other than in combat.
The monsters. I
Yeah.
understand. I could go attempt to do that if we want some meat. It's too bad we didn't cook that goblin all the way.
I would feel real bad had we.
I'm a vegetarian.
Oh,
Fair. So we should forage. That's why I
I
don't
have
kill
berries,
animals.
though.
It
It makes
if you want
Krat
to
sad.
eat meat, that's fine.
no,
but
I have berries for
I-
just this reason.
Good.
I do go
Cast
around
good
and see if
berries.
Yeah, I cast good berries.
I go see if I can't find like some mushrooms and some stuff.
We make a
Like the eating
mushroom
kind.
good berry salad.
Yeah. Little balsamic vinaigrette we make with the honey.
I have a mess kit. Krats are setting up the mess kit to like
Nice.
make this.
I've got bread. I've got hardtack in my bag. We got this.
Roll survival.
Oh, shoot.
It's actually something
Both
I'm
of
good
us?
at. Nat 20.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Nice. You were able to forage a nice little root and feast together right there.
This is the most useless roll we've
Roots
made in the
and
game so far, and it's the
Yes.
only time I've rolled a
It's
20.
20.
I found the kind of mushrooms you shouldn't eat.
Oh, nice.
Not these ones.
I've got like
Yeah, so
daikon
you bring
radishes and
those-
stuff.
You bring those up, and they're and Curis is like, we can't actually eat those.
We just really shouldn't eat these.
Yeah, okay. Is it bad if I ate one when I found them?
You will not be taking first watch.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes you a little sick to your stomach.
Fair. That's sad. I go throw the rest of them in the river. Here you go, fish.
Don't poison the fish and the water. Krats just scream.
I'm so sorry, Krat. I thought I could eat it.
Fish aren't allergic to mushrooms, are they?
I don't think so. Would they even touch them? The crawfish might, though.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for those crawfish.
He kind of gets distracted by your question, and half of them go down the stream.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Well, and with my height, I can like pick apples from trees and things. So I have. That's how I got good food.
So, do you guys set a watch for tonight, or
Yes.
I will take first
Okay.
watch.
Take second.
Are you sure you don't want more time to rest, Kite?
We're gonna find out.
Okay.
Perhaps you should
If
take
she
third
seems
watch.
upset, yeah. Wake me up instead.
Yes, we will see. We will see how it goes. I like do my watch and then like look down at her and she's like
You start seeing colors.
They're so pretty.
There's things everywhere.
I make my way over to what I think is Kyrus. It's probably a tree. But I tell him, the honey was fine. It's the mushrooms I can't have.
Good to know. They say from the other side of you.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna take time on my watch to contemplate the mysteries of the stars. I'm gonna take out my star chart.
Yes, you discover that you're not sure what stars are made of, and you ponder that.
While watching.
Yes. You could think that they are magical in origin, because as you know, light, they could be fire.
Maybe they are.
You muse any of that out loud?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. Arindio, you're having trouble sleeping.
That checks out.
You're just amazed at how many colors you see, and how things kind of go in and out.
I am positive I have nothing to help you with this.
I have lesser restoration. I imagine that would work.
Right. And water breathing. Is that
No.
All right.
Unless I jump in the river, in which case.
Wouldn't eating a good berry help out in this situation?
No, all it does is restore 1 HP and fill
The
you.
feeling of hunger.
Yeah.
Hey, so you're at full health.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Can I attempt to cast lesser restoration on myself?
Sure.
Don't cast or don't trip and cast.
It cures 1 disease or condition, and I feel like tripping balls may be a condition.
Why don't you give me a nature roll on what's happening with the mushroom?
Okay.
A wild magic roll.
Oh no! Oh no! I got a 10.
You know that the mushrooms are definitely the cause of this. You know that mushrooms can have weird effects on people, depending on the mushroom. But you know that it's usually temporary.
That's fair. I'm still gonna try to cast lesser.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. So that I can sleep.
Yeah,
And
it
be
would.
You do
useful.
at your best.
It works. I mean, it
Okay,
takes. It does take the weird effect of that away. Especially after casting a lesser restoration. Oh my god. That's probably a 3rd level spell slot too.
It is not. It's a 2nd.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a high
sorry.
level. It's not first.
It was my only spell slot left.
Yeah.
So I need to
okay.
sleep.
And you, once that's gone, it's pretty easy to pass out.
Nice.
It's a pretty. Why don't you give me a perception check, Chris?
Oh no.
That die is gone forever.
It has been
A
eaten
new
by
one
the
will
desk.
be made in its place. I did not do fantastically, but I mean, it's perception. What did you expect? I got a 12.
Okay, you don't see anything out of the ordinary that night. Normal noises. just nice in the wilderness.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go wake up Krat at the end of my shift.
Sure.
Krat's in his shell, sleeping somewhere between the stream and the campfire. And he's got like every now and then one of his back legs kind of comes out, like pretends like it's swimming through the water before tucking back in.
Ah, that's cute.
I love Krat so much.
I like bend down and like whisper like towards the head of the shell. Krat, you need to wake up. Psst.
Little like the big part of his nose like pokes out. Oh, okay. And he blinks and he gets out of his shell and he kind of like stands up and he takes his glasses out from inside his shell and puts them on. Oh, okay.
I feel perhaps
no.
No, nothing has occurred. Though I do feel that perhaps we should give our fairy friend a little more time to sleep.
I think that's very considerate. You sleep well, Kiris.
Thank you. I'm going to fall to the ground, like, just like collapse to the ground.
It's just done.
Krat kind of like wobbles for the shake.
Kite levitates for a second.
Yeah, you like bounce up and then your wings like naturally like float you down.
And yeah, no, I don't know. He'll weave something, maybe some project he's been working on for Kiris, while he keeps watch.
Yeah, I need mittens. My hands get cold.
He will be weaving some mittens for Kiris.
Can you give me a perception check for the night?
Sure. I'll give you a perception check. Ooh, 16.
Nice. The nothing out of the ordinary really happens. It's pretty uneventful. You know, it's just a pretty normal night. Yeah, just nice and relaxing.
So when his watch is over, he'll go and he'll kind of take his claws and like gently stroke through Arendale's hair. It's time for watch, Arendelle.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I feel great, thank you. And thank you for the extra sleep. I appreciate it.
It was Kiris's idea.
He's a very smart man. So I stretch. Oh, I say, okay, sleep well, Krat.
Okay. And he goes back to where he was, which now is like partially obscured by this giant fear bulk. And settles back in his little spot and bloop, goes in his shell.
Nice.
I wake slightly and like put my arm around Krat.
I'm gonna walk over and poke the fire a little bit, and then I'm gonna go sit down next to the two of them and just kind of hum softly while I play with my bow, basically.
Nice.
I run my fingers through it.
Can you give me a perception roll, please?
Okay. 11.
Yeah. You know, as you see just a pretty normal night. You don't really hear anything out of place. And yeah, just pretty normal. Nice uneventful night.
Just how we like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we wake in the morning after breaking camp, I'm gonna take my time to meditate.
Okay.
Just before dawn, I fly up to the trees and see if I can't find some eggs.
Oh,
Maybe
give me a
cook those up.
perception, please.
21.
When you fly up there, you see some smoke in the distance.
Like town distance?
Towards the town, yeah.
Towards the town. Is it scary smoke or chimney smoke?
It's somewhere in between that, possibly. It's not normal.
Mildly worrying.
Okay. I forget the
The
eggs.
whole
Fly back
town
down.
isn't on fire, but
That's good.
Well, that's what I
for-
mean. Yeah.
I forego the eggs, fly back down, and inform my cohorts of what's happening.
And this is before we broke camp, right?
Oh,
'Cause you
this
said
is
before
yeah.
dawn.
So I would have had to rouse them.
There's what now?
There's smoke
stretches.
coming from the town. It's not chimney smoke. It's weird smoke.
All right, and you still
Okay.
don't feel the mushrooms in you, right?
No, those are gone.
Then we should probably investigate.
Thank you for asking.
Seemed reasonable. Did it seem like the kind of thing that we should not break camp and just leave with our packs, or do we have time to
But
pack up?
I mean, I guess
Kratz
do
will
an
be
insight
packing
roll.
things up,
Yeah.
rolling up his bedroll.
Do an insight roll.
Everybody, or just her?
Whoever's thinking that. I mean, what you thought about.
14.
I mean, it's I'm trying to think if you would have had experience with that, because it's more like the smoke after a fire. Do you know what I mean?
It seems like smolder.
Oh,
Yeah,
so it's the white smoke, not the dark.
Yeah.
Is
The
that
black
how that
smoke.
works? Yeah.
Okay.
right. It's the after the fire's raged, then there's that.
Oh,
Sorry, I would have explained the color in great detail.
Okay.
I take the time to put out our fire completely.
I think we have perhaps time to do what we need to here then before we go,
I think
as
so.
we may already be too late.
Oh no. Those stupid goblins. Did they
The
burn down the town?
Damn beholder.
well, we don't know that. They said it was. Check certain notes. Goblins and orcs. Maybe there's an orc band that's not part of the goblin beholders.
Oh, I hope so. That one goblin did say they were getting ready to raid the town. Soon.
But there were,
We should
6
believe the best
beds,
until we know.
and there were 6 goblins.
It's true.
7 if you count the chieftain. Shaman?
Shaman.
High
Oh, then
priest.
maybe there are more.
He may sleep in the bee room,
Could
though,
be.
as he holds them.
It's true.
That is true. We should go.
We should go.
All right, I'm
Well,
gonna.
as you guys are chatting and you're just getting everything ready, you get back down to, because you were a little bit off the path, and you head down to town. It takes you another 2 or 3 hours to get there. Probably 2. Yes.
Right before we get back to town, I would
Yeah.
like to use my free Fairbulb magic to take the form of a 5-foot tall human of average eye
Gotcha.
color and height and everything.
Okay. Is that the one form you use around humans? So like it's kind of the same every time?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's nondescript, is what I.
All right. So you guys head to town. You can definitely see something has happened. There are people milling about. You can see there were people taking buckets from the river nearby, and getting a fire put out. One of the houses in town got attacked. You can definitely see the fires being almost put out, everything like that as you're walking up.
Should we investigate this further?
Pratt would just like to ask a nearby villager, kid, adult, doesn't really matter. What happened here?
You actually, you come across a smaller child at first, and they're like, the orcs, they came and attacked us.
That's terrible.
Were there any goblins with the orcs?
Yes, there were some. We think.
It was dark.
How many people were hurt?
Probably the building got burned, and there were two people taken, and a third person got killed.
Did anyone hear a great buzzing sound?
The McCalls, that was their house.
Oh, and the McCalls were taken?
Yes, the father put up a valiant fight and killed one of them, but he was overwhelmed.
And do you know which way they went?
We're pretty sure they went out that way, which is, you came from the west and they went south.
Okay. I say that
You were going west and they went south.
Okay,
Yeah.
So yeah. I say that we go turn in the news of this job before we take another one.
Well, thank you very much. You go be safe now. And he pats the boy on the shoulder, or the kid on the shoulder. And ushers him away from the group.
Go.
Please go.
Go now.
Please go.
Stand there awkwardly.
Well, the kid runs off after that. Their mom calls them, and then you guys head towards the center of the village.
I don't think we can tell the person about our quest because they were the ones who got taken.
I could see how that may be a problem.
That would put a damper on things,
A
most
bit.
certainly.
But we should probably tell someone that we have taken care of
maybe
the
the-
beholder problem.
The brewery with and we can give them the honey so they can start trading.
This is
It's
a
an
great
excellent-
idea.
Yep.
Yes.
It was not the mayor's house.
Oh,
that got
never
hit.
mind then.
We can go
No,
see the
no,
mayor.
sorry. Yeah.
We can go see the
No.
mayor.
This was on the edge of the village, whereas the mayor's house is in the center more.
Okay.
Krat says none of that as we walk towards the mayor's.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry if that wasn't clear. I could
Humans
have
all
said
look the
something.
same. I can understand how the mistake was made.
Sometimes, yes. I think there's a smudge on my glasses, and maybe my ear hole's plugged with some dirt.
But yeah, so you make it over to the mayor's house. There's not a whole lot of people around because they were all at the other side of the village.
Do we have to go
And-
inside?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
So you get to the mayor's house.
I wait patiently for somebody to knock.
I knock.
He answers the door. Oh, you've returned.
Yes. Successfully.
See, Phil, I told you they'd return. You owe me 20 gold.
We get that a lot.
Now, let me come outside.
Thank you.
So what did you find?
Well, we found a bee holder, all right. Just not the kind you think. We did. He's a very nice little goblin man, and he keeps bees.
Oh, so that goblin we captured was telling the truth. Just nobody understood what he was saying.
It would seem that way, yes.
Ah.
Did you kill the goblin?
So I guess you'll be wanting a reward.
Oh, no.
It would have made a nice. They were wondering, and he pulls out of his pack the honey. They wanted to start trade with you. Might be a little difficult since you killed one of theirs, but
well, we killed one of theirs.
Some honey.
Oh,
it's
no, wait,
very good, and they wanted to maybe trade this for supplies.
Ah, yes, you should talk to the gentleman down at the meadery.
Okay.
That's
the jar back.
I'm gonna whisper to Krat. You should probably let him know that this is part of their kingdom, according to them.
Oh, yeah, that does seem important.
Oh. But it's not the town, right? It's just their cave.
No,
I thought their cave was their kingdom. That's why we put the flag in front of it.
From what I understood, the cave was their the actual place of their capital, but everything was theirs.
They might want to be on watch for another raid.
I think it's very important, Mr. Mayor, that you strike up a very specific trade deal with them as a village in their kingdom so that you don't get raided.
Well, I will send a diplomat over to talk to them. Maybe the meadery will want to do that as well. They've been looking for some good honey for their mead.
Oh, this is exceptional.
Very good, honey.
But here's your 100 gold each.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. So generous.
I put my hand out awkwardly.
He just holds it's 100 gold, so he just holds the bag over your hand and drops it. So.
You see, the problem is that this isn't technically a transformation; it's an illusion.
Right.
So I'm still my normal proportions. I just seem to be human-sized.
So you have a huge hand. You should be able to take the money pouch. It's big.
Yeah, I know. But the illusion's real awkward when I have to interact with the environment.
So I guess the other problem I would say is then who attacked us if it wasn't them?
Well, according to the small child, it was the orcs.
I know.
There were no...
They live to the south of here.
So they're not together, related.
I shake my head no.
You know, not all humans are together and share the same values, and neither do all goblins and orcs. You should be much more open-minded, Mr. Mayor.
Seems like a separate quest to me. I put my hand out.
Kratz here trying to dispel
You're doing a good thing.
Karis is there I think that's more money.
If you guys are interested, I may have a job for you, but let me get the priest over there so he can talk to them and find out what is going on then.
Seems fair.
Then to the meadery with us.
Indeed. Do we get to taste the mead?
I think that's part of the arrangement.
Wonderful.
We must make.
Kita is delighted.
I think free mead for life as he starts swagger walking towards it.
As diplomats of the kingdom of the beeholder.
So
we should have tabards.
The meadery is over next to the river because it's easier to transport the mead downriver to a bigger city for transportation. So I guess I should have mentioned that you guys probably had to cross a river, but Anyway, there was a bridge.
It's
And
nice.
then, so if you head up there, it's a pretty good sized complex, 2-story. It's called Gold River Meadery.
As we step inside, even though I appear to only be 5 feet tall, I have to duck my head under the door.
Yeah, the door is probably like 8 feet. It's probably just a little too small for you.
So my human looks like he is ducking for no reason.
Yeah. And you enter, and there is a bar off to your left. And then there's some tables set up, and there is a bartender behind the bar and a few patrons in there. And there's obviously some rooms off to the far end of that looks like they go upstairs or out back and stuff like that. A few doors.
Karl will walk his way up to the bar.
I follow quietly.
Hello. We come from the kingdom of the beholders, and he looks to his human friend to make sure that was right.
I nod.
And we would like to talk to the owner of this establishment with the mayor's blessing, so you can begin to trade for honey for your mead. And
He
puts
looks
the jar on the table.
really confused at first until the honey jar goes on top of the counter, because you're only 3 feet tall. The bar is like 4 feet tall, so he's seeing
only a foot of my head is
only
visible.
he's seeing, like, I guess it would be 3 feet tall, wouldn't it? But still,
Just like the top of my head.
he's like, because he was, and then he turned and you were there, so he thought you, and then it was like, what?
A jar came up out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. just totally confused.
And Karis and I are just nodding.
Mhm.
Yeah. Exactly. What? Oh, all right. So you're traders then.
We are helping to set up, one moment, and he drags like a bar stool over and climbs on top of the stool.
Sweet.
We are just helping to
Emissaries.
start trade. Yes,
We're diplomats.
that's it.
All right. Give me a second. He unscrews the jar, takes a taste, and he's like, wow.
Although for our services we would like free of the mead for whenever we visit. It's going to be
All
amazing.
right. That is really good. Let me get the boss.
We know.
We tasted it.
And he's gone for a minute or two and comes back. I guess I should be describing people, and I apologize. Not on top of my game tonight.
They're people.
They're
A rather
unmemorable.
rotund person, brunette, brown eyes, dressed in a nice tunic and some leggings, and that has a slight limp as he walks. Yes, this is Jonathan.
Hello.
Hello, Jonathan.
He's the owner here. Hello, it's nice to meet you. I hear you have some business.
We have lots of
we are-
business.
We are helping the kingdom of the bee holders. They hold bees.
We're
Set
both
up trade. They
nodding
want
behind you.
to start trading honey
This is
for
just-
supplies. And here is a sample. But you have to talk to them to set up the actual trade. We just want payment in free drinks.
All right,
We did
fair
almost
enough.
die.
How long have we been in the town?
I mean, that's up to you. How long do you think you guys would be? Have you been doing odd jobs around town?
No, I think we just went straight and.
I only asked because my illusion only holds for an hour.
Oh.
So I try not to be in town for more than an hour.
I get you. Jonathan, it's like, well, let me see what you got. I'm always looking for a good product.
This will, it's spectacular.
And he goes over to the honey, gets a spoon, and tries it. And this is better than we've gotten from our normal suppliers.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
You must take me to this place and show me.
I don't think we have time, but
Did you hear about the house fire?
Yes, unfortunately.
We're helping to
that is another problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're helping
okay.
to investigate that.
So perhaps when we get back.
Or Crack can draw you a map.
Or I can draw you a map. It's okay. We should probably take them.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand. That would be very wise.
Yes, we can see if we can set up some trade. What did they say what they were interested in?
Supplies.
Okay.
Food and such. And free drinks for us.
That was their most important.
Yes, you guys can have a glass on me.
Thank you.
Very nice of you.
Very kind.
He's gonna take. Can I have some of this?
Can I have another drink?
Well, I want to see how it works with the mead, so I'm gonna make a small batch.
Yeah, the jar.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
You could have the whole jar
The
if
jar's
the price
yours.
is right.
And then if it tastes good, I'll let you have some of that.
Oh, okay, there we go. And he hands over the jar.
We've reached an agreement.
We have an accord.
A Honda. Yes, thank you. And your names are?
I am Krat. I'm sure you've heard of me.
Here is Foghold.
I'm Kite.
Yes, okay. Well, it's nice to meet you. Barkeep or Ben. Write their names down. They have a tab. They can have a tab going here.
Thank you. It's very kind of you.
When you get done, let us go. I will gather some supplies to take with and see what they would like.
Wonderful.
Okay. Krat will take his flagon, and when John leaves, he's just gonna take his flagon, get off the stool, and just walk out while drinking it.
Yeah, I follow with mine.
Yeah.
I assume these cups are complimentary, yes.
So
we'll just bring them back for a refill.
So what happens basically then is the bartender gets talking to somebody else and doesn't notice that you did that. But yeah.
Krat adds the cup to his mess kit.
Yeah.
And being that you as the GM know better than I do, are we going to end here, or are we going to go on another adventure?
I feel since this is a one shot,
we'll set ourselves up for the future.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did. Just
that was the one shot.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if we want to continue this, of course, if not, that's fine. I mean, I could think of something else to do with that.
No, we have people to save and a beholder kingdom to start trading with.
Absolutely.
Right? I figured you guys are busy. I mean,
Right.
And I
this was great.
I can flush out of town better and, have other things going on.
love it.
But yeah, I kind of like that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think we will end here.
Thank you.
Yes,
course.
thank you.
Thank you so much for running it.
Thank you for letting me come play with you guys.
Yes, thank you.
It was wonderful
so
to
much
have
fun.
you.
Thank you. I want to do this again.
Yes, yes, more adventures.
Yay.
Yeah.
Where we don't talk our way out of all of Hades' combat encounters.
We'll see how it goes.
No, I mean, I had it said I could have gone a lot. Talking shop a little bit. It could have gone a lot longer. Could have gone a lot shorter. I was just trying to, since you guys wanted to talk your way out, and I was like, well, I mean, these are not the hostile ones. Was definitely what you guys were going to find out. I mean, they were if you attacked them,
right?
But they're not like, I'm playing with the new D&D rules where things aren't necessarily evil.
Yeah,
for sure, with alignment, and you have to actually, find out if by talking to them. So, and they didn't kill you when you entered that room, because that would have sucked.
Yeah.
Would not have worked
we would have died.
Whatever works.
Only we would have been fine.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a fun time. I always feel like I'm underprepared, and so it doesn't matter. But
that's the nature of the business.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It is. You did not seem underprepared at all.
Not at all.
And you had to deal with us, so I mean,
it's true.
Oh no!
And poison mushrooms. I mean, were you prepared for poison mushrooms?
I was not prepared for the poison mushrooms at all,
mix it up.
actually. So, yeah, and congrats Avalanche for winning game 2, 7-0.
Go Avs!
Killing it.
Nailed it.
Yeah. But I mean, does anybody have any questions for me?
No, I just want to say thank you again, because you did an awesome job stepping in. And...
Great job.
I do.
Really?
I have a question. I do. I think the one at Etton's head's name was Ben. I would like to know the name of the other Etton's head.
It was Bill Bob.
Oh, Bill Bob.
Nice.
Thank you. That was the only question I had.
Well, we love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I figured we would go ahead and raid tonight if you guys are good with that.
Yeah, for
sure. Great.
Let's do it.
Thanks everybody for checking out my little one shot. I hope you had a good time. Maybe sometime soon we'll do another one. Who knows?
Dun, dun, dun.
That has to do with whether or not Blank just disappears again.
Right.
We might have to arrange for a disappearance so we can continue the story.
We'll take him out. I'm setting it up now.
I was gonna say.
All right, we've got a raid, and everybody is leaving in 3 seconds.
All right.
Love you guys.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Night. Night, everybody.
Good night. I'm glad everybody enjoyed the twist. I wasn't sure if it was going to be dumb as hell or not.
No,
That was so funny.
Awesome.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.